My name is Kurt Hennessy. I'm 22 years old and I have albinism. Included in my disability is of course my vision, and that can include mainly that my vision is very blurry and that I have involuntary eye movements and high sensitivity to light. I work for a company called Mobitech. We work on passenger information systems in the public transport sector. So that includes the visual displays that are on the front of buses saying where they go. That can include internal passenger displays showing next stop information, voice announcements. I came here for it was a couple of weeks of work experience initially. They were very happy with the work I did, and now I've stuck around for 3.5 years and it's all going. As I left school, I'd worked with a few months on lots of different skills, everything from resume assistance to occupation and mobility to interview skills, lots of different areas that the average person finds quite a bit easier than a person such as myself. And that we found Mobitech here, who I'd never really thought of, but it turns out the job suited me perfectly. In Australia have been a great help because if it wasn't for them, I'd never have this position. Just mainly sitting around in the office, punching in programs into my computer and whatnot. However, there are many times I'll go on site to deal with customers directly. So for instance, just today I was out at Blacktown demonstrating a system. At first I'm a little bit wary about things, but once I get used to an area, it's no longer really a problem. Luckily, the software that I mainly spend my time on has its own sort of ways of making things bigger. Not really intentionally, but it's worked out perfect for me. I've never really needed audio software as my vision. I still got a bit of vision, and I've always kind of preferred to just look a bit closer at the screen. Well, I've got a nice little magnifying device, which is very good to use when reading paper documents and whatnot. When I started at this company, I noticed how a lot of the numbers were quite thin and a lot of the text may have been quite squashed in, or over time, as each operator has needed an update, I've gone ahead and put in some very nice large route numbers. I've ensured the destination of the bus stands out in a way that's far easier to see, and I've ensured that there is consistency in the way all the text is formatted. So previously I probably would have been able to see it from 20-30 metres away, absolute tops, best conditions. Nowadays I'd say this, I reckon I could maybe even see it twice the distance.